you know, it's always going to help you out in lane. Just feels like a good option. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is a whole debate of, you could argue, not stubbornness, but people just accepting something being viable, right? Like DK Fire Dragon was not loved at all, right? Corrosive Dragon was very strong. It did get some nerfs, right, to reduce the amount of armor it removes. You know, it had to kind of bring it back into balance because we saw the kind of Skidder carry or like the Maureen mid DKs where they both go blink first item, they're taking all the towers, it's super annoying. And then Fire Dragon, me get free Battle Fury, me farm, free. You know, you're always gonna have items. So the argument is like, do you want to have 4 items reliably, or potentially have like 2.5 or 2 in the same game? Though if I had the red facet, I'd have 4, but in this game I'm only gonna have like 2, right? So I think players are too comfortable always going for the, I want to have the insurance policy with red, and like we can see on Pro Tracker as well, 3,959 games with Fire Dragon, right? 5 matches with Corrosive Dragon, the green one.
Wow.
2 matches with Frost Dragon, the blue one. So it's like not nearly a single high-level pub player even cares about green or blue facet.
That's
7 matches
crazy.
combined compared
insane.
to 3,900. Like, and I agree.
Did you think it would be that bad before you looked at it?
I thought it'd be like mid 2,000-3,000 for red and maybe like 200-300 for green.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be like about 10%, but no, it's egregiously split.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's that, because that means people aren't even trying it. They're looking at it going like, I'm not touching that garbage. Get it away from me.
The
like,
5 that played it, they forgot to change their facet at the start of the game probably.
Yeah,
They're like, I wanted a red facet. Okay, let me load up those games. Is there any pros doing it? This is optimistic.
Yeah, that's very optimistic that one of those 5 is a pro player. So
no, it's just not a single pro's done it. It's only
Okay, here comes my hot 4K take on this, but surely that just shows that people are a little bit too locked into the meta, a little bit too locked. Because I just don't believe that out of all of those like 3,000 Fire Dragon games, not one of those it was better to go for the Poison Dragon. And the Poison Dragon can't be that bad.
Well, again, just for context, the passive got changed from, in 3.7, it got nerfed from reducing armor at level 1 to now you have to have 2 points in your passive to get 1 armor. And at total, you only reduce 3, used to reduce 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we use that logic, it's like the entire argument for not taking it is you have 1 less armor reduction at max level at the most basic sense before everything else gets applied, blah, 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 blah. But like on the most basic sense, it's like, is losing 1 extra armor really the destruction of an entire facet? And again, I will happily argue probably it shouldn't be. Like right now, it sits at, it's like at orb of destruction level, right? Because that takes away 3, Blightstone takes away 2. So it's like the equivalent of a tier 2 neutral item for free as a facet compared to a Battle Fury. Hence why, you know, when you use that logic to a player, it's like, do you want a Battle Fury or an Orb of Destruction?
Like halfway between an Orb of Destruction and an Orb of Corrosion, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want a slightly better Blightstone or a Battle Fury, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the assessment that's gone into their heads. But no, again, I agree. I think there's always merits for most things, but unfortunately, due to the likes of Pro Tracker, due to the ability to have so much information now available at your fingertips, you just see what has like the win rate, and you kind of go, oh, that's me done.
You don't need to experiment anymore, guys. You don't need to do it. You don't need to think. You just need to follow. You just need to be a sheep. And any sheep that leave the pack are just gonna get eaten by the other sheep. They'll turn into wolves and be like, "Why are you doing this? Only 5 people have done it on Dota2 Pro Tracker, you idiot noob! Report!" And then you're gonna feel sad, and then you're just gonna copy Pro Tracker next game. So that's the state of affairs at the moment. But I can't wait for the next patch. I think the next patch is going to be one of the best patches we've ever had in Dota, simply because...
That's such a wild take.
Yeah, I know, but I fully stand behind it. Yeah, so we have this facet system introduced in the last patch, right? And at the moment, it's not really doing a whole lot because what's happened is everybody's just figured things out. You know, we figured out what's better, we figured out what works stronger, and no one's really kind of breaking the line. So it's a little bit static. It's kind of gone back to not having a patch or just having like the heroes change in some way or another. Like, sure, some of the facets are interesting, but next patch, they're going to be balanced. They've got all this data to sift through and go, okay, we need to buff this one. We need to nerf this one. We need to buff this one. Hopefully, a lot more of the facets are going to be balanced. And we'll get to have, like, you know, a lot of tasks where either is viable. They have said, actually, Drunken Brawl is kind of taken over as dominant. But either way, we'll hopefully live in a world where every facet is 50-50, and that's just going to add another layer of complexity to the game, and hopefully people will be making choices rather than just copying the strongest version each and every time, because that does take a lot of the point out of the game, in my opinion. So, yeah, looking forward to the greatest patch in Dota 2 history that's coming up.
I thought the silence was an adequate response to that one.
Yeah, everybody can just sit in awe and be like, damn, you know, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. To Asan, going to be able to grab himself an extra bounty rune for his team. Meaning that the Dire are going to be able to grab some, sorry, RCH, going to be able to grab the extra bounty. Brown Boots first, Nyx Assassin. Okay, let's go.
I think he's one, respecting the clockwork, and also Nyx Assassins, they like to use their Mind Flare right in the jungle, so you can now walk to jungle quickly, hit a big creep, get the kill, walk back to lane, always be available. So I don't mind it, but we'll see if he does utilize it nicely. Maybe even dragging a couple waves to distance himself from the clockwork.
Is this one of these
we
lanes?
have a sea of pauses, just non-stop pauses.
Sir. Yes, sir. We are Pause City right now.
Oh my! Oh, and it's our ping. I was worried for a second. We have the 150 ping. I was like, why do these players have? Matter. Yeah, whereas they're all on like 30 to 50.
If I miss any first bloods, that's why it's a ping issue.
Making mistakes is the path of wisdom.
Nice try.
Thank you.
Again,
of all the heroes to go Brown Boots first, though, like Nyx is definitely a good one because he's just got such crazy good starting stats, like 4 armor, like he's got 3.5, I think, starting health regen. Like he's a pretty crazy hero to be able to just Brown Boots first on. It's not going to feel like a Brown Boots first hero. There's a lot of harass coming out on the top side. The Queen of Pain also almost dropping at mid as well. So Manny, oh my god, he's just got to try and live. It's a survival lane, unfortunately, but this is looking much worse than I thought.
Yeah, no, I like the vibe matchup against Queen of Pain, right? Like Queen of Pain wants to constantly put damage onto an enemy hero, right? So you have that, but you have corrosive skin. Sorry, so you take some magic resistance free, plus throw damage back at the Queen of Pain, and then the entire time you're throwing poison attacks, which is probably more annoying to play against than the likes of a level 1 dagger, right? So it's your level 1 Viper's stronger, your level 3 you are stronger as well. Overall, very, very good matchup, and everything we said needs to go right for them is built around Queen of Pain connecting with the Nyx, connecting with the Mars. So if Queen of Pain doesn't have a game anymore, this like inevitable of kind of just destruction and 5-man objective taking at 20 minutes should come online. But Luna is pretty low, but then she gets first blood.
Okay, nice. That'll do. As yeah, down in the bottom lane, the Clockwork and the Luna put it together and turn it back around onto the next assassin. That's I mean, I guess that's what happens when you go Brown Boots first and get stuck inside the cogs of the Clockwork. Those boots ain't gonna do you too much good. But now maybe looking for a bit of revenge, Mr. Devil and Asan. Oh, they turn around. They're turning their attention to the Luna, but the spear whiffs. Oh, Mr. Devil, it doesn't matter. They still land it with the Mind Flayer. Mr. Asan comes on in, and look at Terror's going really, really aggressive onto the two of them here. But they're going to hide inside the creep wave, meaning that the Clockwork is kind of nullified. So, oh no, I'll just have to take the CS instead whilst my Luna's not here. Sorry.
That is the best play, to be honest. Oh, I'm so sorry, Core. Let me just quickly secure these creeps up. We're in no way that low, bro. Overall, good little rebuttal there. Mid lane still pretty despair, and top, I'd say trade a farm. No real concerns coming in. I think this is a lane that you want to see the tree and TA try and force out the DK. They are putting him to half HP, and this is pretty much what I was going to allude to. Like, they need to be doing this. If they're not trying to force him out, the levels, the braces, they will secure DK's ability to kind of stay into this lane. So, yeah, I like the fact that so it's kind of turning up the heat a little bit.
Oh,
but
hold on. The return
now
kill
they
coming
take-
in as well.
yeah.
Mamba jumping in and getting that one.
It's a balancing act, right? Like, you got to go for the put him to half HP, but don't overcommit, right? You're not going to get the kill, but he keeps running down the lane, gets right-clicked by the Mirana, and then killed off. But if he just disengaged, DK's on half HP, you do it again when your spells are back up. That's when you either kill him or you send him back to base. Like, they were too keen that every engagement has to be a kill. And yeah, fundamentally, that was a poor choice. And yeah, now they actually feed away a kill, which is on paper, like, this is their lane to just kind of cruise through with the aggression.
Interesting choice here from Manny, just deciding not to go for the... actually, yeah. I mean, the rotation came through, stopping him from getting his bottle refill, but he didn't even challenge either of them. He was just like, well, you know, there's a support there. What can I do? I'll just choose to grab a little bit of CS instead, so... Oh my god, blinking away even from that. That's, yeah, showing the kind of state of this lane at the moment. And doing a bit better as they exchange some high fives. It's not as bad as it's looking, though. From what we're seeing, Luna down at the bottom side does get finished off by the Nyx and the Mars. They put it together again. Another death for Deathlike down on the bottom side. It's a full health Clockwork standing nearby. Full mana also, so not really too sure where he was for that one. Pulling or something, I don't know. But either way, the Luna dies alone and afraid. Man, these denies. Bye-bye range creeps. And at least time to rub it in as... Yeah, I was going to say, it had been about 2 minutes without a pause, so we were due one.
I would love a pause, actually. I think it really helps me understand the game better when we get additional time to really think about it.
Yeah, so to shed some context on this, in the lobby, we did have a conversation where the Radiant side, Drago Kings, did ask to play... They actually said, you agree to play on EU server, yes? And obviously, this entire Pakistani squad said, no. no, we don't. We will play on Dubai, and obviously this is the correct server for the region, so obviously we're going to play on the server we're meant to play on. But now we're just pausing every 2 seconds they lag, which is
yeah,
sort of weird.
Because if I look at the... Let me have a gander. Lobby setup. I'm trying to see what the official region is actually set for.
Oh, it's 1,000%.
Yeah, I get it. It's Dubai. It's Dubai server. Yeah. So, unfortunately, not even unfortunately, but if you have international players playing in a region, then you have to respect the fact that you need to play on the server of the region. You cannot, as much as all of these players.
Oh, she's going in. Oh my God, Manny! Trying to go for the kill. I respect it.
I'll still finish my point though. I want to finish this one.
No, go.
But it's like all these players play in Western Europe on the daily, right? But that doesn't matter because when you go to your region to qualify for a tournament, then you are graced by the low ping, and then to use your knowledge of a different region to come back and then to try and become the best in your qualifier. If you as a team then want to play with, let's say, an American guy or a guy from Australia, then he has to accept the fact that he's going to play on the local server to the local qualifier. There is no way you start going, well, guys, we all play Western Europe anyways, so let's just play. No. You play the correct region of the qualifier. So,
damn right.
None of that, please.
Yep. And so that's why, it might have looked bad for us. We do have the rotation from the Viper to the bottom side. Not bad for not catching that. But yeah, it might have looked bad for Panda to be kind of flaming the old chat. And, it's a little much, but also there's a good reason behind it. So I just want to add the context that he doesn't look like an arse.
Wait, Panda's the one with the Americans on his team.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, why did Panda say that?
We'll get there. Oh my, Queen of Pain got the Viper kill. Oh yeah. He had the Sonic Wave, he threw it from a distance, then he committed. Now he's even throwing out the tip as well.
Yeah, sure.
We
I
got
mean, you feel
some-
good about that
yeah,
one.
okay.
Been owned all lane, all of a sudden come in for the turnaround. Like, yeah, get that tip in. Feels good. It's like Viper or Huskar, like, the tipping game is free. You can tip at any given point if as long as you've done something like reasonably good or traded something or whatever.
Oh,
Get him
now I
in.
understand it. Maybe the all chat was like, why are you making us play Dubai when we all can just play Western Europe? You know, maybe that was the logic. So it's kind of like
I
inverted a
see.
bit.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
The Panda's going like, why did you make us play on this server? We're now
Yeah.
lagging, you know?
Yeah, we're all now lagging. Perhaps.
Yeah. See,
Either way. Zoom Zigzag on the run, but he's going to do more than Zigzag to get himself out of this one. In fact, he kind of doesn't. He's just tanky enough to just straight up live through the 3-man rotation. So the Dragon Knight does survive, and they'll just back themselves away over on the dire side. There's Luna doing some high-intensity, low-HP jungling right now due to the rough lane which Deathlight's kind of had.
Yeah, Luna is a very, very strong jungler though, so
Morbid
it's not the
Courier.
worst.
Yeah, it's just with the Nyx in the game with ulti up as well. Like this has to feel very tense. Oh, okay, all right, broken again, but Morbid Mask delivered. So
Okay. Focus on the Nyx right now. Double click. Let's watch his route. Will he get the kill? It's like he's got to get the kill. It's a freebie. He has scan available.
Wrong way.
Go to the right, Nyx assassin.
way.
Go to the right.
Wrong way.
You
He's like this.
use a scan.
This idiot's surely not farming the lane camp nearby. I saw how much health he's on, but nope.
No, we're committed
He's
to
back
this
to
bit.
base. The Luna gets home. Next
Ah.
assassin's gonna be left empty-handed. Gank uncompleted. Mission failed. We'll get him next time, boys.
I gotta say, I think he has to use the scan earlier. Like that'll give so much
Hold,
more.
cancel TP.
understanding.
Ah, worth it. Mission success. It's up to
Top
the top
lane,
side.
though.
This is going to allow them to, just unleash onto the tree and protect it without the Viper coming on in here. Templar Assassin being left. She's not going to survive either. A couple more right clicks will be required, but oh, the TP in from the Mars. It's
4
risky
seconds
to
for
keep
refraction.
going for this right now. The Starstorm comes down. It's not enough. Zoom Zigzag. He's the one to fall. Black Mamba also gets caught out by the stun from 2 standards. He takes him down with a Mind Flayer. It's going to be both of them dead for trying to dive this Templar Assassin. A very, very kind of brave gank there. Maybe they just didn't see the Mars TP. I'm not sure. But either way, they should have anticipated it. They don't. And they pay the price for it. 2 dead on the side of Drago Kings.
I mean, just a nice move from Nyx, right? Like, sure, he doesn't get the Luna, but he keeps searching. He stops the Viper TP, which if the Viper TP'd in, then you could argue maybe there would have been that potential additional spell thrown, even to turn around onto the Mars. So, you know, Nyx stops Viper, Mars then rotates, and yeah, they layer the heroes quite nicely to kind of stall out that aggression a little bit. But again, we said during the draft, you need to stop the Luna farming. You need to apply that pressure there, and she's sitting at the top of the CS. You know, sure, she's not top of the net worth, but she's having a relatively good time. And then the TA actually goes down. The hero who is at the top of the net worth. So
Yeah, what's she?
yeah,
Alright.
yeah, she was by herself there. And it's so scary as a carry to be there. Like after you've just had your
Yes,
off lane rotate for you, and your Nyx rotate for you, going back to the same position on the map, you're calling for a gank because Mars can't go again. Like there's no way he can have TP available. So yeah, the Templar Assassin, they're struggling a little bit, or pain with positioning, and Zoom Zigzag. Black Mamba and Twin Terror is very quick to just capitalize on that, use the catapult wave and take the tower.
Here we go though, gank onto Panda once again. Sonic Wave available and will bring down the Viper. Once again to Sun. Continuing to find the Viper with these rotations. Does mean that once again, the Luna is kind of left unchecked at the moment, but RCH have done a pretty good job on closing onto the shutting down the Viper at the very least, but the Viper's
saw
not
that
going to be a
CS.
problem.
Or lack of CS.
Yes. Yeah.
Radiant's courier
Still,
has
TA
been killed.
head of net worth at the moment, at least. Has that natural creep farming ability in Psyblades. Refraction helping out for extra damage as well, of course. If you could give a farming ability, like an innate farming ability to any hero in the game, who would you give it to?
Ogre.
Why did I know? I literally knew you were going to say that. I don't know how.
But you'd have to take away like multicast and Midas, you know. I don't want to farm to then buy Midas to multicast more farm, you know. I would like just to remove the concept of buy Midas for multicast and then just give it something hilarious.
One of the most legendary builds in Dota history has to be the Battle Fury Radiance Midas Ogre Magi. Like,
That is true. That is very legendary.
Because it belongs in the legend bracket.
The issue is with that statement is like you're asking for a hero to farm, and then no matter what, it will be forced into a core. So my enjoyment of the hero would be deleted because if hero can farm, it's not a support anymore. It's just like it's suddenly a mid lane or a quirky off lane. Yeah, you're asking a position 5. It's like all right.
But what about Spirit Breaker? Then you can play Spirit Breaker carry.
I mean, after what 2 TIs ago, it did farm. It just got nerfed into the ground because it farmed too well. I think if there's actually a hero that is innately just wait, Luna holding. I'm waiting. I'm seeing.
He hasn't got any friends is a problem. Just like me, completely alone. No one wants to hang out with him. Mother doesn't love him, and so he's just gonna have to walk away from the Luna. As the Luna kind of just she was watching.
Now he has a new friend, the Mirana.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
he shouldn't commit on any of these. He just dies if he does. Yeah.
Although, Mr. Devil, Heartbreak Kid, standing behind Tuasan. But they're not really too convinced about this movement, and they shouldn't be. But it's just feeling a little bit weird now. You've got this Mars who's got a Blink Dagger. You've got this Nyx Assassin who can run around the map doing whatever. And now they find a Viper. Wow, what a good catch. All right, there we go. Doesn't feel weird anymore. They managed to kill Panda once again, who is kind of the weak point, it feels, for the Drago Kings. You pick this Viper to dominate the early game. What's he now, like 0-3? 2-3, okay. He's had a couple of kills, but still, 3 deaths on the Viper in the early game. Not what you want to be seeing. Manny's having an absolutely fine game on this Queen of Pain now in comparison. Already has the Dagon level 1. In fact, queuing up the extra levels of Dagon, which we don't really see too often.
No, I think the... Oh, okay, a little close bottom, but no, it's the way that they played, it didn't help the Viper, right? Like, Clock had to stay bottom with the Luna because they fed away some early kills. The Nyx and Mars applied additional pressure. A missed hook shot from the Clockwork.
Yeah, I don't even know who he was going for there, but
quite a weird...
Spear back
Sonic
into
Wave on
the
3.
Overgrowth. Sonic Wave on 3. It's not bad, but it's not good either. Not quite enough to bring anybody down. It's like turn around and bring down the Queen of Pain instead. Manny is gone. Now Zigzag looking forward for more. Doesn't have the Blink Dagger. He's actually gone greedy for the armlet, which means that Mr. Devil and Tuasan can kind of just back themselves away and even farm some creeps in the process. But do they get a tower for this?
Yeah, they should. I mean, it's actually a 4 HP tower.
It's tricky.
There's no arena for 20, so yeah. I could see them leaving, to be honest. I could see them like half poking it and then going, whatever, let's just go farm jungle. And respect to Drago Kings, I don't like how they really played their lanes because Viper was having a good time, but they never really brought heroes to overwhelm the mid lane. They kept playing their side lanes. They kind of failed a couple moves. Sure, they opened up top tab, but it's like everything felt a little bit off from them. But I think their perspective right now with their itemization shows how confident they are with their draft, right? Like, you mentioning the DK going for the armlet, like, why not? There's no desire for it. The spear was there, but like, there's no desire for them to like try and win the game, right, in this minute mark. So why not go greedy? Why not make sure at 25 minutes we are going to see Manta BKB, armlet SMY BKB on DK potentially. Viper's going to have... he's going for quite a weird build here. Yeah, he's going for like boots of travel with like
it's a hurricane, I think that is.
Like he's going for a dragon lance at the moment, but like they're going to be so tanky. Their tricore is going to be insanely hard to kill as we hit 10 more minutes of farm, and that's why I really, really need to see Mr. Devil on the Mars try and sync up with his team and just get some more, just more pickoffs, but not on the clock though.
Yeah, this is the same guy who's going to go down too easy. Zero catches him as well. Legolas on the Mirana, getting the kill on to the Nyx Assassin. Yeah, this is an annoying Clockwork as well, just with the Bracer and the Pavise. Usually we see these Clockworks just stacking Bracers. Twin Terror says, nah, I'm good. I'll get my support item early. Does do so, and now just runs around the map having some fun.
Yeah, he's sitting at 3-0-3. I think that's, of course Bracers are strong, but like if you are part of 6 of the 10 kills for your team, you're probably going to have some economy, so why not go for the bigger item? You don't need to go for the slightly starved approach. So yeah, good game from him, been active. Of course, again, his poor old Luna has died in laning phase, but we'll skip over that. We'll just talk about the game now.
Yeah. Let's talk about the game as a whole because, you know, the lanes weren't super convincing for anybody, in fact. Middle lane was a bit of a disaster for the quad, but she came back from the mid. Bottom lane, the Luna just kind of chain died a bit. But Twin Terrors, he's jumping in. He's starting the fight. The arrow's going to connect, meaning the arena cannot have the follow-up spear. Mamba got to get away from this one, but Manny's going to jump in and find him. Meanwhile, it's just kind of been Mr. Devil who's traded, but Zigzag trying to run somebody else down here, and Queen of Pain is going to be that someone else. Sonic Wave comes through. The Eclipse is there. The Vision is in, and Pain will fall. Asan going for this one at the moment, looking for Panda, but Panda, he's not even going to die. They're throwing everybody onto him, and it's not going to work. Now Panda TP's back to the base. Those boots of travels coming in huge to keep him alive at the very end of it all. And that is 5 dead on RCH, and only dropping 2 supports on the side of Drago Kings. It's feeling very good for them now.
Yeah, they're just so tanky. I'm afraid to say the whole "I told you so" part, Nomad, but it's kind of the "I told you so." Like the pickups aren't connecting. The Mars isn't able to set up for good arenas.
No one saw it coming, Tiga.
No one saw it coming. Yeah, it's rough. And again, it's like you could argue that this window of survivability for Drago Kings kind of comes online in a very good game around minute 15, in an average game around 20-25 minutes. So Drago Kings already kind of showcasing their strength relatively early on, and it's only going to get worse. And Zoom Zigzag, you greedy lad, look at him. He's just going to armlet SMI, potentially just Daedalus.
Nice.
He doesn't even care about the BKB or a blink or anything. And yeah, Luna does die.
Care about his carry.
No, yeah, he took the mid tower and then died.
Yeah, there's one thing I will say about this Drago Kings team is that they just have no respect for their carry player at all. Like in lane, Clockwork's just like, you're good. I'm gonna go farm some creeps. This Dragon Knight's just like, make space for you. But we could both carry, right? And yeah, this Luna could be raid boss territory right now, but she's just kind of been ditched. Kind of funny. They're doing fine anyway, but
it kind of feels like at the points in which Drago Kings have been strong, they have ditched the strong hero, but it's fine for now. They are going to be killing off Mars. And
Heartbreak
Treant Protector.
Trying to get off an ulti, can't quite do it. They'll both go down as the clock falls as well. Zigzag gets a stun out onto Dr. Manny. Oh, the follow-up arrow, it's enough. They'll bring down the Queen of Pain as well. RCH just constantly trying to make it work on the bottom side, but it ain't.
And Zoom Zigzag has gone for a Blink Dagger. Actually, he's not bought it yet, but he's entertaining it. Which I would like Drago Kings to treat this game with the utmost respect. Like we've already seen a little bit of all chat about what server, blah, blah, blah. But I think for them, like, the journey to qualifying is going to be so much harder, right? Like, playing up against a team that didn't qualify in the first open qualifier, made it in the second one, dropped games in it. Like, if they've struggled on their journey, you should not be losing or, like, beating them in 40-50 minutes. If you're even getting close to entertaining the likes of, like, Enigma, So I think, like, deaths like this, where, like, Luna's dying top now, like, you die on the mid tower, like, it is signs of, weakness within this team. And again, we'll see, but I want them to be a little bit more, I guess, cleaner in some of these games. Like, whoever's winning in any series outside of Enigma, you need to see them be ruthless. And it just be like a 25-30 minute clean game. It's like what we saw with the emergence of Winter Bear, what we saw with some of these other teams. But again, so far, yet to see that kind of spark from a stack. As unfortunately, the other series, by the way, also was
default win,
finished fast. Actually, it's actually DQ'd.
DQ'd. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So we are the only series that has played out today so far.
On MESWA. Great. The only upper bracket game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an honor. It's a privilege. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for the only MESWA game to be played in the last 5 hours.
Yeah, I'd say about 5 or 6 hours.
Bottom side, we got Arena coming down. Mr. Devil trying to make the play happen, and they will bring down Twin Terrors as Zigzag also taking heavy hits here from the Templar Assassin, but they can't quite finish the job. Overgrowth come through, but it's going to cost him a lot. The Eclipse is there. The damage is in. Poison out onto the Templar Assassin. She's trying to get away from Panda, but Panda says no, and they'll close the gap. Sonic Wave to come through, finishes off Mr. Zigzag, so he will fall, but the Luna is just going crazy in this fight, zapping away at everybody. Mask of Madness comes down as Mr. Devil will fall as well. And that is going to be 3 big heroes dead on the side of RCH. Once again, the Drago Kings fighting in the bottom side and coming out on top. We've seen this 3 times in a row now.
Yeah, they're kind of throwing themselves at a brick wall, hoping for it to stick, and not to be the case. It's again on paper you kind of expect this to some degree, but not when there's already item advantage on every core. Like you've mentioned the Solar Crest and the Clockwork, you got a pipe on the Marana. The armlet that blinks. Like there's a big item on every hero. Luna just completed the BKB. Like, where is the damage? You connect on Arena, like sure, all right. What's next? Next Assassin has a Dagon 2, great, but you need to play in like a quick pick, and there isn't really any pickoffs available. I would be surprised after the 2 deaths on Luna if she is going to play as aggressive by herself. So it needs to be a real tactical blunder from Radiant if they are to kind of provide a winning opportunity to their opponent. But again, we'll see. It's early days in the game. We're only 23 minutes in. They are scanning. They are looking to clash. Yeah.
Ultimately, it hasn't been a long game, this one, so far. Zigzag, Panda. This time they want to shake things up. They still want to fight at bottom because everybody loves fighting at bottom. But Manny gets away. Zigzag not looking out in the right direction. He's going to close the gap instead onto Mr. Devil. Mr. Devil, he's got options here, but what does he want to do? The rest of the team are closing the gap fast. Does land a nice spear onto Twin Terrors and Zigzag, giving him space to maybe get away, but the hook shot is good. It connects, and that's going to seal the fate of this Mars. So big smoke around, big numbers bought, and the Mars is the only real sacrifice here, so maybe not feeling awful on RCH. We'll see how they respond to it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Farming. It's the only response.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Get that farm in.
Radiant structures
BKB
are
queued up from Manny.
Dire's bottom tower
The
is under attack.
TA has the Deso, has the Dragon Lance, has the Blink Dagger. And next up is going to be a, okay, 4 Dragon Lance. Why not?
Oh, Nyx Assassin tried to kill a Clockwork.
Okay, brave.
And died. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Marana is probably his only target to actually bring down 100-0 by himself. And even then, I'm kind of doubtful, so.
I think you can. If Marana gets piped off, then it could get a little bit funky. But yeah, pre-pipe. Heroes are dying. I know you see that natural motion from Drago Kings, right? You take the bottom tier 2, move to the top side. It is nighttime, so they can look for Roshan. For them, they got the question, do they want to go for a pick off first? Do they want to go straight towards the Roshan pit? They are strong enough that if they really wanted to, they could probably just go there, but Sonic Wave, Arena, Overgrowth, there are a lot of teamfight tools, so I'd maybe hope for a pick off, and here it is.
Sonic Wave coming down everything onto the Luna, but she gets off the BKB, she gets off the ulti, and now Alex turns one around, but does get shut down by 2 Asan in the end, but not before bringing down Mr. Devil and the Queen of Pain as well, but they'll take down Asan as a side thought, and once again, it's only the Queen of Pain that dies, and a smiley face also being thrown out from Panda as well, as they'll bring down Heartbreak Kid as well. It will be the full 4-person team wipe. Almost team wipe coming out from the side of Drago Kings, and into the Roshan pit they go. But yeah, feeling like after that fight, it now gets really, really difficult from RCH. Like that was everybody jumping on the right target, and they just didn't execute cleanly enough to finish the job. The Templar Assassin couldn't get off the damage, and yeah, it's bad.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Confused by the old chat. It's
Yes.
if it really is about the fact that they had to play the actual server, I'm a bit lost. It feels very convoluted from Panda. Like, what?
Yeah, maybe there's more.
You're kind of maybe there's more. Yeah, well, again, we'll see. There's
I mean,
2
let's
more
not
days of the
forget,
qualifiers.
we had a little bit of a chat about the server. Then we had the Queen of Pain going for the tip after getting the kill.
True, that's true, that's true.
Radiant's bottom
And of
tower
course,
is
Panda
under
probably
attack.
is a massive ATF fan, so he's now having to all chat to try and emulate one of his favorite pro players, you know. So
It's
yeah,
the right region for it.
we can see it. Yep. And he's playing Viper. ATF does like a little bit of Viper.
He dabbles. It's not a specialty, but it's a
Easy.
Oh my god, okay, bro, chill.
This I don't understand it, because if it really is about the fact that they're having to play on the correct server, then Panda's technically just not in the he's in the wrong. But I'm hoping I'm wrong to then make this feel like some really empowering stuff. Okay, we'll get more context. Panda is providing context. Ping 187. Who has a 187 ping? I don't see anyone with 187 ping. Also, you can't check anyway, but
No, I'm not going to pull that up.
don't pull that up.
We'll have
The guy with the highest ping that I see is, I think, Luna?
Luna.
But who was the was he on Radiant or Dire? Alright, I'll just click on all their names. Don't worry, I got you, boss. Very important.
Thank you.
Yes, so Luna was the one with 153 ping. So yeah, he's literally done it himself. Or his own team. Very cool. British sarcasm, just in case you're not aware.
I'm tempted to try and take us into the flying cam mode, because I can do that on replays, but then I don't know if it will work.
Do you have the button to get out of it?
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should test
Because
this.
you click it, you go in, and then we're just stuck in that for life.
Dude, that'd be so hype. Casting the team fights in like third person view, flying through like a drone. That'd be a cool way to enhance replays in tournaments and stuff. Give me the third person replays of I don't want to call it third person. I don't know what you call it, but the free cam perspective of certain plays would be pretty cool.
We can cook.
I want to see that Morana launch that arrow and then track the arrow through the team fight into the target it finds. Hell yeah. We do have a disconnect from the Queen of Pain. Of course, pauses have been in abundance this series, and ping issues have been talked about greatly, so no big surprise here. Panda's
What's
just
happening to
yapping.
Go when ready?
Panda is big yapper. Yeah, the guy's still connected, and he's like, I'm ready. I wonder if they'll share pause time too.
Yeah, I think they will actually. I think they've already donated it pre-match.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a check-in, Panda. I wanna know more about the player. So, what rank do you think Panda is on leaderboard?
I'll give him a 200.
No, he's lower rank than me.
Oh, okay.
I'm like 1250. He's like 1500.
Okay, all right. Well,
so he's around about 10.1 or 10k flat. I think 1500 is near enough where 10k starts, basically.
And that's bad, right? For a pro.
Oh, I was like, duh. I mean,
I mean the numbers are so big now. I don't know. I know the.
Unfortunately, yes. If we're talking about pro players, then yes, you pretty much need to be, I'd say, 13k plus to be close to like tier 2 pro level. I think from 11 to 13k, that journey there, you're like tier 3 to potentially tier 2, but also in some scenarios you could obviously be much better if you're maybe not as heavily as a ranked player, but you still kind of keep up in some shenanigans, or you haven't played as much ranked, but you do other stuff, right? So I think there is what realms. I think 10k is kind of like you can entertain it, where it's like if you commit for another year and then you climb the leaderboard, like you are in touching distance of maybe entertaining, even thinking of trying to be a pro. But yeah, 10k is basically when it begins your journey towards being a pro.
I see. So we got some young and emerging talent here, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, they are, technically, top 1500 in Western Europe, right? Where that's still in the if you compare that to any other game, that is pretty impressive to be in like the top 1500. But unfortunately in Dota, it's like no one cares. It's like it's like rank 1500 lol, rank 1000 lol. You know, it's just whatever. But it's still in its own right pretty good to be in that kind of percentage of a game. But yeah, fundamentally, if you are trying to be a pro player, you need to probably be top 400, 500 minimum to even entertain, potentially changing your life in the hope to really pursue a career in it.
Understood. All right. Well, yeah, certainly picking Viper mid. You know what you want to be doing if you're maybe under. I mean, I don't know what the actual average of the ranks in this game really are, so I can't really comment on that either.
Yeah. No. Also, this pause time is generous.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is.
Normally we get some additional kind of hype where the admin throws in the hey, you got 4 minutes, otherwise
what's going
this
on
train ain't. Yeah, we're continuing. You know, no, we've had none of that. This is just a really respectful pause with no intensity to when it actually returns.
Yeah, no, we could be here forever. We could be here for a while. Maybe they just carry on the pause time from the first series since it was all forfeit.
Yeah, no, of course, Enigma is playing after the series, guys. So if you are a Enigma fan, then they will be playing upon conclusion of this series with the standard wait time for the third series. Therefore, this conclusion of the series doesn't actually really affect the start time. But anyway, yeah. So in around 2 hours and 57 minutes, Enigma Galaxy will be playing on this stream. So again, if you are a favorite of GH and Miracle and Sumail and Noob or Amar, then that is what's to come on the stream. And down the line, the winner of this series that we're currently watching will go up against Fun Gamers, and then the winner of that series most likely will then be playing Enigma. So you are technically 2 series away from one of these stacks potentially facing I say regional favorites asterisks if you exclude Falcons because they're invited. Oh wait, we have.
Oh, okay. We're not talking in Dota. We're talking in. Which means we don't get to see. We don't need to go. We don't get to know
what's
going
our content.
What the hell?
That's all right. Don't worry.
All right.
Should we just type English broadcast? Would prefer you to use lobby chat.
Please forward any messages. So how you going, T? What you been up to since you got back from TI?
Went to a couple weddings and played Dota. That's about it.
A couple of weddings in a couple of weeks.
I did. Yeah, I mean, in the space of 6 days, I went to 2 different weddings. It was
wow.
September and they also in different parts of England. They were the furthest apart you could probably ask for. It was miserable taking that many trains. I've taken more trains in a week than I have nearly in my life, it feels like. But
yeah, I mean, I know the feeling. My sister had 2 weddings, one in Edinburgh and one in Dorset, which if you don't know, the UK is very literally like 12 hours away from each other, I would say.
That's more extreme than mine. Mine was kind of like Liverpool-esque Manchester area, and then versus kind of like, I guess I can't say the exact place because it's a bit too specific of an area. So I'll find a rough approximate. I mean, let me go look. Kind of. I mean, no one's gonna know these places. East Maybe like a Norwich, Cambridge kind of area, you know. Oh wow, we're starting 5v4
time. Let's go.
Woo!
No, we didn't. Just kidding.
Oh wait, Panda just randomly unpaused. Oh, we still have 2 minutes.
How? How do you still have 2 minutes?
I mean, maybe they had a really generous amount.
Yeah, maybe the admin's using one of those like old timey what do you call those things which has the sand going thing? The hourglass. Ah,
yes, hourglass. Just to be clear, by the way, I think Panda might feel really like empowered right now by what he's doing, but my respect for him is actually dwindling. Like every unpause, every all chat, it's low-key kind of cringe.
It's cringe.
It's pretty cringe.
Yeah.
Like even like the whole like Amar and Marine stuff is like the only reason it barely passes is because like they win tournaments, so it's like it's kind of like they're trying to dunk whilst crushing, but it's still also kind of cringe. Like I'm also kind of like about it. But when it trickles down to like rank 1500 Viper player doing it, it's like, bro, come on, chill.
You're like, I am very vaguely entertaining the idea of maybe, you know, making it as a pro player. And this is how I'm going to start my journey. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like, come on. At least, like,
relax.
at least qualify for something and, like, create, like, the competitive name first before you create a persona, you know? Like, at least lock in your identity as a pro, right? And Panda hasn't done that, and he somehow misses Viper strikes on heroes.
Yeah.
We're not going to do this bit. Well, Queen of Pain is back, and they're now trying to slap a tier 2 as a quick response.
Laundry taken out and hung up, I suppose. So, yeah, the Queen of Pain is back. And Aghanim Scepter almost completed for the Queen of Pain as well, by the looks of it. Just needs that point booster, whether it's on a courier or not, I'm not sure. Looks like it is. Yes, it is. So, full Aghanim's on the way. Might be teamfight time. Who knows? Might be time to have a tumble. Ags up. Power spike for the Quap for sure. It's going to be a lot of healing for her in the side of the team fights. As Pain also looking for an MKB. Who's got evasion? Oh, the Viper does. He's got himself there. Wow, the Heaven's Halberd. What a throwback. I haven't seen this item in years. Yeah,
it's a value pickup, but we do have a smoke. RCH trying to wrap around. They found the Luna, but they thought it was an illusion.
But it's not. Panda, meanwhile, he's just standing his ground. They throw everything onto the Viper, and they will bring him down. But what is the cost? It's very, very high. 3 heroes dead. Heartbreak Kid also going to get dropped. See you later, buddy. And Pain. I think the Luna might know. GG is called. Okay, great. All that pausing for this. What the? All right. Whatever.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
And phone
they can feel the
explodes.
demise, right? Yep.
Game is gone. Drago Kings, they take game at number 1. Congrats.
Yeah, strong draft. It leaned on a lot of the kind of pressure point.
Then he's pretty good at it, but otherwise it can be a little tricky. So perhaps there's some good opportunities for Heartbreak Kid to land some decent eggs. But I agree with what you're saying about the... I mean, look at this draft, man. Like, Doom and DK on the same team, to me, it's always a little bit like... Ugh. It's a bit sticky, it's a bit slow, it's a bit
just
unexciting. Yeah. And this Puck is going to be going in and not having anybody with him. So I'm fully expecting Manny to do fine in lane and then just like have absolutely no game to play from that point onwards.
It depends. I think if DK Doom is playing recovery, then what you said is accurate. But if DK Doom do well in lanes, then that will never occur. Because any lane Puck goes to, it's like you connect on a Doom, you get a kill. You connect on a DK with a Marcy behind, you'll get a kill, take a tower, right? So I think it really is built on, will DK Doom play a farm lane into kind of poke for some fights? Or is it, oh god, our lanes are awful. I'm sorry, Puck, but you're on by yourself. And then obviously Phoenix and Puck isn't really a kill combo. Marcy Puck can be a kill combo, but into Cold Embrace of Winter Wyvern, Living Armor, Dismember, like there's a lot of tools to deal with that. So I think for Recreational Hazard to enjoy this game is make sure your side lanes go well enough that you bring the Puck into the game as well. Like don't leave this Puck on an island by herself, otherwise then yeah, it's the kind of the beginning of the end for sure.
Nice hook from Black Mamba's going to secure them the 3 bounty runes. Only one going the way of the Drago Kings, which I think is the opposite of what we had last time, where Drago Kings were able to get 3. So, and award denied as well. All right, good start for Panda, as he's going to have a ward advantage in the middle lane and also a money advantage from the runes as well. And Rubik, if you don't know, he's a pretty dominating mid hero these days. He's pretty damn good and very hard for Puck to dodge any of Rubik's damages because Fade Bolt and Telekinesis are both instant abilities.
And Rubik mids love playing into very obvious 6 timings, right? And Rubik in this game is like, okay, if I just steal Orb, which Puck always uses to push out waves, and Puck can't, skip out on Orb points. There's no build where you go, I'm going to max, Phase Shift and Waning Rift. Like, you need to do it. So as soon as Rubik hits 6, you then steal the Orb, you push out mid really quickly, you farm jungle really quickly. It is a hero that kind of breaks open the early to mid game and very easily can disappear if game complicates. But we're seeing top the pressure the tree is applying onto this Marcy. Yeah, has a salve though on Courier, so he's going to be able to get some resources, but just constantly applying that pressure. Zones out the Marcy, then comes back for the Doom. That puts the Doom to near half HP, but yeah, there's some good pressure getting applied.
It's a good start, for sure. See if it continues going in the favor of Drago Kings. I mean, looks like it will, as the pressure's just relentless here onto 2Ash, and they want to punish this. Punish their double melee with our double melee, and Nature's Grasp might not be enough to bring down Ashen. Mr. Devil's going to have to run himself away. Deathlike really looking to finish the job here. He does have an unstable concoction. He's going to start charging off, so he wants to go for this one, but I don't think he's going to be able to find the Marcy. Juking through the trees, but Marcy just goes over the hill and gets far, far away. Meanwhile, Mr. Devil continuing to fight up with this tree and protector, who's just being so annoying and playing up in his face, not letting him anywhere near the creep waves. So expecting top lane to kind of continue going this way. At least the Doom will get a wave under tower. But every time it's not, I think they will start to suffer on that Radiant side.
Yeah, I really just don't like the laning setups from RCH. Like, you got a Phoenix and a Marcy, and you've opted to put the Marcy into a double melee lane, right, into a tree and protector. You might get a tree kill here, which is fine, that's good. But the point is, I think Phoenix would have probably netted earlier kills. Rather than having to play on salves and like resetting, your Phoenix would have constantly gone, we have Scorched Earth, we have Fire Spirits, throw it onto the tree. And then on bot lane, if the DK does get a hook or get hooked, the Marcy can then jump in, save the DK, prevent the aggression coming onto him. So I think lanes just look better if they sort of support.
Hook there from Mamba, but is it gonna be enough? Zigzag trying to bring him down. The right click won't be enough, and Mamba's one in trouble instead, as Pain will bring him down. So it's gonna be a kill onto the Pudge.
Again, I'm happy they're getting kills, and I'll stand by the point, even though they are, suddenly getting kills after I talk about it. But man with a solo kill. Okay, but he's not tipping this time around. Yeah. He understands that there's a mountain to climb. Okay,
he did it. And he voice lined as well. My goodness.
Oh god. Does Manny not remember the previous game where he tipped him and then lost like 20 minutes later? Like,
yeah, and had to deal with the relentless little Channing. But I guess, if it proves that he's might be a slightly emotionally fragile player. If that's something you can take advantage of, then you do it.
True.
See, you do it.
All right, I'll let MMR check the puck real quick. Because we know Panda is ranked 1500. I'll now get on the case of the puck. Who did Panda just die to? Oh. He's ranked 271.
Goodness.
But I don't know what leaderboard.
Yeah, it's always a question. It's up on the top side. A fight has taken place. And they want to bring down the Alchemist, but they'll trade the Marcy for it. As also, down on the bottom side, we have a death onto Mr. Mamba. As he's killed off by the eventual damage of the Phoenix and the Dragon Knight. So kills across the board. Blood flowing down the river at the moment. As the side lane's just going crazy. Okay,
271 Europe. Yeah, that's pretty good from the puck.
Dr. Money, pretty damn good with it. Yeah. So kind of surprising then that the last lane went that way for them.
Well, no, the Viper. No, Manu was playing the Viper, right? No, he was playing the
Panda
Quap,
was
sorry.
the Viper.
Yeah, but the Viper is a winning matchup.
Yeah.
And then after that, Quap did get 3 kills. And then he threw his game away.
Yeah.
Due to many other factors. But I would argue in laning wise, the Viper beat the Quap. Quap then used the rank 200ness to then find 2 or 3 kills on the Viper.
The button he's got bound to. Yeah. I am rank 200.
Alchemist struggling.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on here. Oh, they're going aggressive. Wow, that's so greedy. Trades his life for the kill onto the Marcy. I don't know what the read was there. Maybe that he's just not getting away from this. So kill the Marcy.
He had no TP, so it's just you're about to die. Whatever. Quickly, if you can get a trader kill, just why not? Just reset and. Puck having to phase shift, pointing Rift away from the mid lane. Has one still available, but off he goes.
Have to go back to base here, get a regen. As the top side, Mr. Devil will actually get the kill there. It was a long rundown. We were watching most of it. But yeah, Mr. Devil playing the Doom. We should have expected that, I guess. eponymous hero. And doing pretty well on it.
Level 6 to level 4 Alchemist.
Just doing his ass.
Radiant are scanning.
So much better than expected to some degree. Especially with like the early pressure the tree the Alch was providing. They just weren't able to continue that pressure, and
No,
Mr. Devil.
they got one kill, and then any Marcy lane, it feels like if you accidentally just like make one small mistake, it's just so
Sure,
costly.
that's true.
And now they might
That's
just
true.
go in and throw everything onto Deathlike. Yeah, they want to get the Doom off. Okay.
Oh,
Symphony
what's
of
happening?
Spells.
Oh, now Pudge is here.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Yep.
Missed the hook to complete the.
Yeah, this can't land.
trifecta.
This hook cannot land. Oh my god. Okay, all
I
right,
did.
Mamba. You can't doubt him. You just can't. Damn. Skill shot landed. It was a beautiful one as well. Yeah, you could voice line for that one, buddy. So throw some tips his way. My goodness, that was an absolute beauty.
Right down the lane. Also gets the core as well. Doesn't go for the maybe I get support. No, you get the big pick, and yeah, so far net worth wise, it's a bit skewed.
Oh,
due to the
another
Alchemist.
one.
Oh,
Okay, Zigzag, that's not how that one works, but that's fine. Use the ultimate just to slow him down, get on top of him with the rot, but Mr. Devil comes in, drops the Doom down onto the Winter Wyvern, but can he chase him? Can he turn this into a kill? I think the answer is yes. Way under the tower here, and Zigzag has no help, no friends. He's gone. Mamba goes for the hook on the sidelines, drags Mr. Devil over as he knows he's dead regardless, so goes for one more stylish one to finish off this series of plays, but will be dropping, and it's looking like... So far, Recreational Hazard are starting to pull ahead pretty hard.
Radiant's middle tower is under
they're
attack.
making some good moves. They're reacting quite nicely, and now Puck setting up onto the Rubik.
Rubik, no steal available for this coil, so Panda might just be going down here, trying to turn it around, trying to do what he can, and what he can is quite a lot. He orbs forwards, tries to get back, and he's gonna live and bring down Manny, but Heartbreak Kid is upon him. Heartbreak Kid will bring down Panda, trades his life for it, and it's Zigzag who gets the double kill. All right, okay, well, I dare speak well of Recreational Hazard, and suddenly it just goes horribly wrong. Surely get the Rubik kill, but it costs them a lot, and the Wyvern comes out the winner.
Yeah, I mean, he had the orb. It's obviously such a strong spell. Able to disengage. He had to use so much to prevent the Rubik from... Because when they jumped him, he threw out an orb. And it's like, wait a second. If we don't control him, he'll just jump away. So they have to use so much. Didn't get the kill. Orb comes off cooldown again. And yeah, fair play. They able to punish very nicely. And then fourth hook in a row now for the Pudge. As they kill off the Marcy. And you can still stay at the game. Like, this is exactly what you want to do when you have an Alch on your team, right? Like, just make some noise. Drag heroes around. No one's hunting. Like the Doom's not chased down the top side of the map to throw one Doom onto an Alch. Like there's not been a Puck smoke with a Marcy to go find him, right? Well, Drago King will be pretty happy with that. And the build as well for Alchemist, it's very annoying, right? It used to always be rush the relic, farm quicker, but the meta now has developed where you go for Talisman, and as soon as you get Talisman, it's like, can Marcy get level 6 and gank a 20% evasion hero that has what mid 1000 HP? Like pretty difficult.
He can gank Rubik standing alone up in the top lane, but nice curse coming out from the Wyvern. The Supernova to follow up. A big overgrowth is ready, and the hook comes through onto the Doom as well, turning it into 2 kills. Revenge has been found from the Drago Kings. Can they get one more? They've taken down 2. They're looking for number 3. The hook's available in just 2 seconds, but I'm not even sure they're going to need it. Heartbreak Kid on the run, and the rot, yeah, they'll hook him anyway. Mamba gets himself yet another. This Pudge is going off the chain right now as they bring down all 3.
Yeah, Pudge is kind of popping off. Here's a big hooks, disengaging from the egg as well with it, and RCH they go for the Rubik kill. They know how annoying Panda is both in chat and play, so they try to go for the kill, and they're on mid, but he had no about. He
look that way, yeah.
And there's another orb. Go,
battle. Doom.
There we go.
Coming out. Silence around the other side. Okay. And hook onto the Puck with the Dismember coming through as well. Oh, they get him. Rank 250 for what?
It's actually so rough. That's such an outplay. That's. Oh. They got so distracted by the 7 orbs.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot for the Rubik to avoid, and he somehow did it. And the puck kind of just feeling overconfident, backed up by his doom, ends up getting hooked and dies. Again, like all this chaos, all this distraction, as you say, it's just perfect for the Mamba Pudge to come through and grab himself a couple of kills. Zigzag, hello, gets himself the free curse down to the bottom side. What are they doing? I guess they mistimed the Winter's Curse cooldown or something, but that just looks awkward. And now Mamba's able to come in just with the easy dismember here. Hook will not be available. Doesn't quite have the mana for it. Is it going to matter with Heartbreak Kid coming in from the side with a Supernova? It very well might. Here's the Treant. He's got an Overgrowth. Is he going to get a chance to get it off? Yes, he will. The puck comes through, but doesn't silence up, meaning Mamba can land the hook onto Pain. That one was a freebie. And they're going to be able to get away from the Phoenix as well, who's just not doing enough damage. Sure, Twin Terrors is eventually going to go down here as... wow, the coil comes... All right. Oh, that lands! Oh my god! Mamba is absolutely feeling it right now, and there the tips coming through 100% deserved, because this guy is...
Like 9 hooks in a row, I think I saw from his Arcana. That is...
This guy don't miss.
And then he also like checks the tree spot as well for the ward, gets the D ward. Like, yeah, he's popping off. Like, of course, you know, will he ever miss a hook again? I'm trying to jinx it just so, you know, it sets up.
Yeah, you need to.
You know.
Someone needs to stop this guy. My god. Nice jump in the
But
middle
this
lane.
game equal, yeah.
Yeah. 2 mount into the Centaur Stomp. The Rubik gets caught again. Gotta be said that Panda is having a terrible game on the Rubik, despite how poorly the puck is doing as well.
No, Panda's making like good plays, but then he's just bad positioning, you know. And that is like, again, we know he's like around rank 1500. We know like he knows what he's doing within the spell game, but some of his positioning is like, you know, instantly if he fixed that, like he wouldn't be rank 1500, right? Because there are some moves that he's making which like, damn, that's pretty cool. But it's like dying top, pushing out a tower is kind of weird. Hitting the mid tower and getting like Marcy jumped when you're a mid Rubik, also kind of weird. Like, there's a lot of like flaws in his play, but also I can see like he's pretty relentless, right? Like he buys boots of travel on both of his mid laners. Like he's always looking to scrap, to poke. So, you know, rough around the edges, but we'll see where he takes his next engagement.
Indeed, and we did have a missed hook, so the 9 in a row finally comes to an end as Twin Terrors goes out. Now it's all falling apart for Mamba. Oh dear. Winter's Curse comes out in the middle lane. Dismember to follow up with as well. Everything thrown onto Tuashin just to bring down the Marcy. And Marcy shall fall, and as will the tower. Zigzag's going to grab that one. Witchblade finished off from the Wyvern, goes in for the Aghanims next. Oh, a nice little arcane rune as well. I wonder who's going to grab that. Just kidding, it's definitely the Rubik. The Devour Rubik.
Instant TP bottom, yeah. Like his Alk and Wyvern are running bottom for farm, and he's TP'd there. Mine!
Yep, yoink. They bowl it down, but maybe they turn this into a tower. Who knows?
It's a pretty slow tower. But it will eventually fall. Does Tree...
They both, Tree and the Marcy both twin gated at the same time, and just kind of nether stop with each other. I don't think either of them realized the other was coming through, and then just for like 1 second, they kind of catch a glimpse of each other before. It's kind of like that meme from the Umbrella Academy where they're in cars, both watching each other, and oh, the Tree's going back through the portal, wants to say hi to his friend.
Nah, they did scan though.
He's baiting it. He's baiting it.
Dire's structures are fortified. That should help.
Smoke up here. I mean, this feels kind of obvious. You know, you're trying to do the portal shenanigans. You're pinging it. You're baiting it. Smoke up towards mid. Only a chomp would fall for this one, T.
Yeah, I've watched too many Nomad replays, so I don't want to comment.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Best kind of replay. Jump in. Doom, they find the Wyvern in the backlines, trying to get in deep for a curse, but gets caught with his pants down a little bit. And now the Alchemist, without an ulti, is just kind of dying in the middle of this one as well. Drago Kings with a messy engagement, trading 2 for 2, but the puck is actually going to fall regardless. He does actually go down in the end to that grasp, so Phoenix unable to keep him alive, and that does make it pretty successful for Drago King somehow. I mean, that was a pretty bad engagement, all things considered. You know, I don't mind saying that. But the stolen Doom and just a couple of misplays, and once again, Recreational Hazard goes down. Heartbreak Kid just having to limp up the cliff a little bit, but he's all good.
Yes. Oh. It kind of feels like the theme for every RCH move, right? It's like they've made moves, but then it feels like more than what they actually want occurs, right? Like they give away a Doom, they have an egg, but it's not really in sync. They're underneath the tower, and it's just everything just feels a little bit uncomfortable when they are trying to be proactive.
Yeah, in this series, we haven't seen a good, solid fight from them where, you know, it's clear what the intention is and everybody's on the same page. You know, it's always feeling a little bit lackluster. But maybe they can pull it together for the next fight.
Invisibility.
3k gold advantage, though, for the Drago Kings. Not insurmountable for sure. You've got to be a little bit careful. And you saw the Alchemist, you know, just running into the last fight without ultimate up. It's pretty insane. Looks like he's about to do the same thing again. No ulti available, sees the target, jumps onto him with the acid spray. With all of that tick damage coming out from the two of these guys, they will take down that Marcy, no problems.
Dire are scanning.
It's probably just going to continue, right? Like, Pudge is now moving to the top side of the map there. Always kind of poking, looking for the next possible kill. And the map's just going to get closed off. Tree's going to... Actually, he's already got his shot. So yeah, Tree's with the shard.
Yeah, that's
BKB soon complete on Alchemist. Like, they're going to just keep on looking. Nope, Phoenix. You are now the next victim.
Ulti or die? What's the choice? Die? Alright.
Yep.
Smart play. Too many players throw out ultis in situations like that. I think a team's like, well, not only are you dead, but you're also going to be useless for the next 2 minutes. So thank you for that. Oh my goodness, they do not like this Doom. Doom comes down, Dismember comes down, Witch's Curse comes down. Mr. Devil is dead, sent back to where he came from. But they do manage to find the tree at the very least, trying to be a little too keen there. And since ending his 9-hook streak, Member hasn't landed a hook since. So, you know, he's an all-or-nothing kind of guy, and I respect that.
Yeah, for RCH, they really have sat back into the wait until they can be active. They don't really want to try and make smokes right now. DK's opted to look for a Blink Dagger. Like, I carry DK going for Blink Dagger. You either buy that item early on in the build to break the map pre-farm state, or the game's looking pretty bad. And Payne has kind of identified the game's looking pretty bad. Because normally, like, at 20 minutes, if you've not really found pickoffs, you don't tell your carry, hey, can you buy a Blink? Normally you go, all right, get the BKB, get the Daedalus, get the Satanic, become the raid boss. We'll, you know, open up the map for as long as possible so you can get here, right? And with him going Blink, I really expect them to have to sync everyone up in a really clean smoke. You're going to have Solar Crest on Phoenix, you're going to have Hype on the Doom, Blink on the DK. Like, that is the window for RCH to make or break their game, pretty much.
I hope it's made, because we just haven't seen much from them so far, and I do want to see, you know, what they can do, but I'm worried we have seen what they can do. And there's not much left in the tank, as Ashen's going to get caught out again. Just trying to grab that ward. I hear a BKB, and I see a BKB. The Alchemist is BKB. Cool. Is going to live this Doom. It's quite nice. Oh, even gets eaten by Mamba as well. That's a really nice Doom counter, actually. That was a lovely Doom counter. Don't know if you remember, but in the lower bracket finals at TI, we had the Centaur answer to the Doom. Oh,
Yep, that is true.
Pudge can do the same thing. Nice hook onto the Phoenix, but Phoenix gets off the egg in time, but it's a terribly positioned one, meaning they can just take it down with ease. Puck on the front lines does get rooted up, and once again, eating up that delicious Treant Protector, getting him out of danger as Ashen falls as well, lands the hook onto the cursed target, just to yoink that kill. Very nice indeed, as Deathlight keeps on chasing. Payne up to the high ground, will likely escape this one though. Panda, he's not giving up. He's got a Dragon Tail as well. They're just going to keep this one going, but surely they don't get this kill. He's so tanky on the Dragon Knight, but they got so many spells, they've got the hook as well. They'll bring him down. The DK is gone. Drago Kings don't let up. They get the kill. And they win the fight.
And they're already into top as well. They're trying to find the puck, and they are gonna... Ooh! He didn't throw the stun.
Unlucky.
Unlucky, yeah.
Orb stolen. All right, we got orbs at dawn once again. An orb battle. How does he end up there? Mamba. Oh, he gets it wrong. He just about guesses it wrong.
Yeah, that was a solid 50-50 there, to be fair.
Yep. But if it done, he thought he blinked after he orbed across, but he didn't. So maybe a little mistimed there. I'm not sure, but either way, it was always going to be a bit of a shit shot.
Middle tower is under attack.
All right. Again, only 21 minutes in. The Drago Kings team likes to play very fast. They like to make a lot of moves very quickly, which is a good way to clear through a qualifiers if you think you're the better team. So the tempo is severe. It has been set as Recreational Hazard kind of struggling to meet that. They've made some moves of their own, but it just feels like any play on the map is kind of just results in Drago just collapsing all 5 players in on it. You know, there's Marcy's dewarding, like, get her. Everybody comes. It's very... I feel like good teams could punish this sort of play, but yeah, it's just getting the better of Recreational Hazard as they struggle to read the situations properly and adjust correctly to style of gameplay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Straight into Roshan.
Yeah, why not? Scanned out almost instantly, but that's fine. We'll see if there's any response from Recreational Hazard.
I'm trying to think now. Who were the players? I remember we did one qualifiers for this region where the player really vocal against Enigma Galaxy. And I'm trying... Was it Panda? Again, I don't know
really
if
cringe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I remember there was one guy who was like XDing Kuroki every time he killed him, but then like Kuroki would like Nig would won the game in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And like Kuroki died like 3 times, but this guy made it his mission to like try and meme on him every single time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the Panda name it sits in the back of my mind, but maybe it isn't. Either way, they are jumping onto Doom in the mid lane.
Yeah, he's getting chefed up a little bit here by Mr. Zigzag, who actually didn't end up going for the Aghanim's, just has this Dragonlance Witchblade, so the Arcane Burn will end, but doesn't really make a difference as Devil jumps in for one more click, but his teammate gets swallowed up by Mamba, who keeps the Treant alive, and now looking to follow up here onto Ashen. Ashen getting away to the tree. He's so very slowed by the Alchemist's corrosive weaponry, though, as
he's killing with just radiance.
all right, that's the kind of BM I can get behind. That was beautiful.
Oh, that was...
No, don't tip out. Come on, you already embarrassed the guy. He's just sitting in the trees like, oh no.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, dear. Some interesting close qualifier action here in the MESWA region, Amber just always nearby, ready to eat his teammate if required, or eat the enemy in this situation. Nah, still eats his teammate anyway. He just loves eating tree.
It's just one by one. When have we really seen the egg protected by a Doom, protected by the Dragon Tail, with a coil to then enable the there are so many layers to the team fight from RCH, but I'm yet to see a single one just blend nicely together.
No, we're still on the skin. We haven't got through at all yet.
No,
you'd expect it would get old and dry and flake off at some point, but at the moment it's just still stuck on tight. Mamba going for the blind hooks. Always respect it. Nothing better than landing a blind hook and then watching the replay and seeing them try to de-ward the part where you blind hooked and you got him.
Hey, they have vision here, so do they?
That's my favorite with Deadshot because it's such a good scouting ability because it does just give like a little bit of vision, so people often believe you have wards when you don't. Tower down as apparently this Rubik is now a dragon. It's an interesting
better version of the dragon.
Yeah, incredible version. Look at this guy. He's going in deep. Oh, wow. Dive past the tower and there's no one there. It'd be really sick if there was someone there. I would have preferred it if someone was there, but they weren't, so Alas, this cool play doesn't come out. He's also got Fireball. I don't know if he's got access to it though, because he doesn't have the shard,
Dire's
so
top tower is under attack.
don't think he can Fireball.
Radiant's
He
bottom
cannot
tower
Fireball.
is under attack.
But I expect him probably to pop the Nux form, then start stealing spells again, take the fight. Well, yeah, Drago there. No reason for them to back down here. They have the Aegis still for 2 minutes. Blood Dawn was complete on the Alchemist, and off we go. Panda in dragon form. He's wrapping behind.
Yep,
There's
once
not
again.
really anyone here. It's just a Marcy.
Going into the fountain. Why not?
Radiant's
Odds on,
bottom
mate.
barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Nope. Nope, the puck. He's wrapping around upon the wraparounds. Everybody's wrapped around each other, and the Tree of Protector's just going to get eaten up and blinked away, getting him to safety. So you've always got that overgrowth potential available. He can pop out at any time and use it. He's going to try and go for it now, which actually means that Ashen grabs the wrong disposed target. Heartbreak Kid's going to explode inside of his eggs as Ashen gets taken apart. In comes Winter's Curse, just slowing down this Doomless Puck's entry to the fight, meaning that they just cannot do a thing. GG is called. It's a 2-0. And finally, we will have a tip coming out. Everybody onto Dr. Manny here, as they will take the series on Drago Kings.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for RCHD, I think this draft was a step in the right direction, but